Hello, this is Breaking Tech on Vision on TV down at the Open Tech Conference in London. And Kristina Glushkova has come all the way from Brixton on the other side of the river to talk to us today about Makerhood, which is a project I'm absolutely fascinated in. Tell us something about it.
First of all, well, thank you very much for having me here. Brixton is not that far away. It's about 12 minutes on the Victoria line from Oxford Circus, so come and visit. We're building a pilot hyperlocal website which will enable people to buy and sell things that are made in their neighbourhood, and will be a social space, social marketplace where you can get to know your neighbours and find out about their projects and buy their things.
Now, one of the themes of today in terms of software development has been community engagement. And I must admit, we come from a kind of perspective of some scepticism about this, because there's a lot of software out there which has had no community testing at all as to its suitability and its usability and its interface and so forth. What are you doing with Makerhood which might make that different?
I think this is a very common problem actually, and whereas a few years ago you could come up with new technologies and people would get excited about this, I think that time is kind of gone, and particularly if you're trying to do something that's local and should be part of the community. What we've decided is that we will start with talking to the community before we even work out what a technological solution might be. So existing projects in Brixton, makers and local residents have been part of the project throughout, and so at the moment we are testing our pilot website, and again, you know, real people from the community are doing it. So it's very much a community-driven project rather than a technology-driven one, and we're going to launch very kind of bare bones, if you like. So it's not going to be perfect, but we've made this decision that we want something to be out there, and then give the opportunity to the community to shape it, and then continue working and improving it.
That's absolutely sound, yes. I always quote William S. Burroughs, you know, if a thing's worth doing, it's worth doing badly. And of course that's not what you're doing. But that business of putting something out there and getting the feedback. Have you had feedback already? What's it been like?
It's been really interesting, because we've started by actually engaging with people and talking to them, and we first got feedback on the idea, and that has been really, really positive, and quite a few existing local groups in Brixton have said to us, that's something we really want to have, we'll work with you. So that's been really, really encouraging. So in terms of our approach, we've had some very, very good feedback. Again, we've been really open with people that, you know, we're not trying to create a perfect solution. We want to provide a framework that will enable people to find each other, but then it's up to the community to make it work, and make it work well in a way that suits their needs. So feedback has been great. The site itself, the few people who have seen it so far, we haven't showed it around yet because it's in testing, have really liked it, but there is still work to do, which is, you know, normal part of the development process, but we really look forward to it launching.
Okay, now in terms of how do you envisage this? Are traders and people using it, are they going to take, you know, customized templates which you have prepared for them, or are they going to be able to make their own decisions on the look and feel and all of and the functionality?
I think at the moment our aim has really been to put something out there as quickly as possible. So the approach that we're taking is very much, let's pilot this and let's try it. And as a community project, again, we've made a decision not to go out and look for investment funding or for kind of government grants. We wanted to do something that we can do as a small group of people, and as part of the kind of broader community framework, and make it self-sustainable going forward. So we haven't had a lot of money to kind of work out the fancy features of, you know, you can customize this or customize that. I think the first task is, you know, very much going back to your previous point, is you know, you first have to test whether the idea is sound, and then based on what users ask you to do, you can then go away and create modifications of different versions. So in the long term, it's very possible that people might want to customize their shops, and we can create tools that will enable them to do so. There might be people who don't want to do that at all, or, you know, might actually want a really simple solution that does everything for them. So we're out to see, yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have off the peg, but also make, because I mean, my understanding of Drupal, which I don't have a lot of experience of, is it might be difficult to get under the bonnet without being a full-on programmer. Is that a fair comment?
I'm not a developer, and this has been a really interesting experience for me as well. And our developer, his name is Andy Broomfield. He is absolutely wonderful. The reason we went with Drupal was that it allowed us to do a pilot to create a website without a lot of money, because it already had existing modules that we could use. So in the long term, again, we could move to a different platform, or we could write a lot of custom code that then enables users to do different things. So I'm probably not the right person to talk about the detail of Drupal, but we've found it really, really helpful way to start and to kick the project off.
I should say, neither am I the right kind of person to ask those sorts of questions. So, so how can people get involved if they're interested?
People should get in touch with us on hello@makerhood.com. We are very happy to talk to people about their ideas, feedback, tell them more about the project. We're also looking for help, specifically if you live in South London. Then we're looking for people to help us with organising events, because it's very much an offline project as well. So there will be events and meetings, and we'll support physical shops. So it's not about technology solutions. So looking for people to help with that, and we need people to help be admins on the site and help run it when it launches in a couple of months. So any help would be great.
Okay, Kristina, thank you very much.
Thank you.
We'll be back soon with another show. Thank you.